You know, each time when I open Instagram and TikTok, I bump into lots of videos where beautiful women with teeny tiny waists dancing and shaking their butts, girls with perfect skin and hair doing their beauty routine, and of course, women with perfect bodies having their matcha and going to Pilates classes. And shortly after that, I find myself ordering new beauty products, updating my wardrobe, buying a membership to Pilates classes, and learning a new TikTok dance. People wanted to be beautiful at all times, but social media and its countless trends shifted our perception of ourselves and the beauty, which made the focus on appearance and the desire to be more beautiful stronger than ever. And let's be honest, being beautiful has lots of privileges. Even numerous studies have shown that attractive people have more benefits in life. But at the same time, we can see that being beautiful also has a lot of downsides, such as unwanted attention, the pressure to maintain this beautiful look, superficial connections, not being taken seriously, etc. And that's why recently more and more women have been celebrating their average looks, creating a trend called ugly privilege.
This one is for the boys with the booming system, top down AC with the coolest system. When you come up in the club.
And today I want us to talk about this trend a bit deeper and to find if ugly privilege trend is actually a privilege. But of course, as always, before we begin, I wanna ask you to like this video and follow me here on YouTube not to miss any videos of mine and of course to help my channel to grow. Also, you can follow me on Instagram where I share more of my daily life and wellness tips. Find a comfortable place to sit or to lay down and let's already start. So how did it happen that after centuries of women trying to be as beautiful as they can, being a bit ugly became a trend? First of all, I want you to understand that women who relate to the ugly privilege trend don't necessarily look awful. It just simply means that they don't fit into modern beauty standards. And actually, this is the first privilege of being ugly. Globalization opened lots of opportunities for people and made our lives easier at many points. But when it comes to appearance, it led to a massive homogenization of beauty ideals around the world. If before beauty standards were different from culture to culture, well now when we have access to everything and everyone, widely recognized beauty standards include terms such as TikTok pretty and Instagram face. And don't get me wrong here, I think that these women are really beautiful, but at the same time, everyone looks the same. There are different theories why people want to fit into beauty standards and look like everyone else. For instance, mere exposure effect. It's a tendency to prefer people we are familiar with because it helps us to process the information faster, it reduces uncertainty, and it helps us to feel safe. And that is actually one of the reasons why influencers who look like other influencers become so popular. Or for example, another theory is that copying others helps us to fit into a certain group of people, which makes us feel accepted and covers the need to belong. But even though being similar to other people has its perks, also it has lots of disadvantages.
Pretty privilege has downsides, and there are a lot of people who will disagree with this simply because they are only seeing the positives of pretty privilege. But most of the time, when a woman reaps the rewards of pretty privilege, she also reaps the consequences, which it's crazy that society treats us a certain type of way based on the way they look. But they do.
For instance, we lose our individuality because our differences are exactly what make us unique. Or for example, people who put everything into just being beautiful and who look the same are less memorable and more often are not taken seriously. And we so clearly can see it in the entertainment industry. For instance, lots of actors who bet only on beauty usually stay in the same role. But those actors who are ready to play ugly characters significantly boost their careers because they become seen not only for their appearance, but their talent as well. And the same situation is with music industry. Lots of singers create ugly characters that don't fit into standards on purpose to differentiate themselves from others, to attract attention and become memorable. For example, Lady Gaga, Doja Cat, Miley Cyrus, whatever. Moreover, we can see a huge transformation in the modeling industry as well, where more women with unconventional beauty become supermodels. Let's be honest, nowadays it's almost impossible to surprise people by just being beautiful, and that's why more and more celebrities and influencers attract attention by wearing weird makeup, awful accessories, ugly clothes, choosing to follow ugly privilege trend. The next reason why more women choose ugly privilege, of course, is men. It's not a surprise that conventionally beautiful people attract lots of attention, but sadly, very often it's not a pleasant one. And that's why women who identify with ugly privilege feel much safer and comfortable, because men are less attracted to them and consequently they leave women alone.
But when I say I have ugly privilege, it's not that I necessarily think I'm an ugly individual. That's not what I mean, because I've been told plenty of times throughout my life that I'm pretty. But when I say I have ugly privilege, what I mean by that is men, in general, don't find me attractive. For the most part, men think I'm ugly, and they leave me alone. And to me, that's a privilege.
I have these glasses. They're not real glasses. I don't really need them, but I put them on when I'm walking around in public and I want to feel like unperceived, if you know what I mean. And that's always how I described it. And then I saw these gals on TikTok saying they have what's called ugly privilege, which is like they are not found conventionally attractive by men and therefore they are outside the male gaze and men leave them alone. And that's generally when I wear glasses, when I want to be left alone. Like if I don't want to be left alone, I'm like, okay, no glasses, right? Like, okay, no, don't come near me.
And secondly, more women choose ugly privilege because they're not taken seriously both in relationships and at work. When you're pretty, most of the time people focus only on that, and they don't actually care that you might be also funny, intelligent, loving, supportive, creative, whatever. And that's why women choose to look worse, so other people would pay attention not only to their looks, but to their professional skills and personality.
When I was ugly, I got made fun of, I got asked out as a joke, I was treated like I was invisible, but I was still taken seriously. People automatically assumed that due to my lack of appearance, I had something else going for me. Which was true, I was smart, but I didn't get any less smart as I got prettier. And in pursuit of better treatment, I started working on my appearance, I started working on my hygiene, and I got that better treatment, but the intention behind said treatment was much more superficial. And the closer I got to the conventional beauty standard, the more my appearance would validate who I was internally, and also diminish it. People would take my opinion and consider it, but it suddenly meant less because of the mouth it came out of. As a woman, no matter how lovely or intelligent you may be, if you are attractive in any way, your appearance becomes your most valuable attribute. And for the longest time, I was obsessed with working on external factors because I thought it would bring light to who I was internally. But the opposite's true, there's no winning. It just attracts the wrong people.
We form this belief that attractive people are dumb, and because of the shallow attitude, a lot of them feel lonely and misunderstood. But let's not forget that we are all humans, and each of us craves genuine connections. Personally, I think that one of the most important reasons for women to choose ugly privilege is their mental and emotional health. Even though, as we already discussed, being pretty has lots of perks, on the other hand, it has lots of challenges because very often good-looking women have to deal with unrealistic expectations and too much pressure. They always need to have perfect skin, perfect body, perfect hair, eat in a certain way, and behave in a certain way, wear certain clothes, be always young, spend lots of time and money, whatever. And researchers have found that this kind of constant pressure makes women feel more vulnerable and not confident. And then we are curious why some women are ready to do crazy things just to be pretty, such as dangerous beauty procedures or eating dirt, for example. Yes, it's a real thing. Apparently fitting into beauty standards is more important than parasites and toxins in the soil. Wow. And this is one of the reasons why more women choose ugly privilege. It helps them to stop worrying about their looks, it helps them to finally relax, accept their imperfections, and just be there as they are.
I love just being absolutely ugly sometimes. Like, look. Like, look at these pants. They're dragging. But I feel so free. Like, I feel so good today because I'm just, like, free and I'm not being perceived. I'm just being ugly and being seen in the background, and I can do whatever I want. I'm just existing.
Obsession about appearance made us completely forget how regular people look, because we constantly see this perfect image on social media. And I truly hope that ugly privilege trend will remind people that having pimples, wrinkles, belly to age are natural and absolutely regular things, and we shouldn't be ashamed of being just humans. I actually have a big pimple here right now. Well guys, I hope you had a good time today watching this podcast, and if you have any thoughts about today's topic, please write me in comments, I would love to read it. And as always, please don't forget to like this video and follow me here on YouTube to help my channel to grow. And today I wanna wish you to truly accept and love yourself, because honestly, this is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I will see you next time.